In Erica Villa, merely mentioning you makes Garofano barge in without a second thought. Out of all the misinformation we provided, she's most intrigued by the technology that enables control. Ours must be growing increasingly anxious. Did you fill them in on the details of this mission? When was the last time you went back and saw them? It's been long enough that the mere trickle of information I released about you sent eager young fools rushing to investigate.
Are these...
Oh, Shalom is good. Shalom pulls out a few blue crystal flowers from her pocket: violet, carnation, chrysanthemum, and lily. Oh, it's not anti-mania, they're actually using sinner cores. Sinners have cores? That's the first time I've actually heard about them. Maybe they make cores out of them somehow, I don't know. You fully catches sight of them, her eyes narrow instantly. Shalom smiles, savoring every nuance of colleague's reaction.
You know, they want to protect you just as much. I have my regrets, but you've accumulated too many enemies on this path. Once the order reached me, there was no turning back. You can't shield them alone, not forever. Some things are simply fated.
What will the Garden's Master do next? To what extent can she act?
No. What's
Holy
that?
shit, this is... Shalom has some robot, some super brain. She is super dangerous because her sinner ability allows her to get slaves. But she's just so fucking intelligent. It's insane. It's unbelievably insane. 6 o'clock, BS 304, Lost Justice. A lost Christina stumbles about as she restarts her quest for justice.
Stay close to me.
Eastside Banyan Medical School First Affiliated Hospital Special Ward. Inspector Dole stays behind to accompany Christina. He says he'll wait for her to recover in the hospital.
It's not a big deal. I'll prove it to you.
In front of Christina's hospital bed, Inspector Dole awkwardly cuts an apple. He's not good at taking care of people. He cuts pieces of different size and almost cuts his hand. The girl stares blankly without any reaction. In just a few days, she's lost a lot of weight and her once sparkling eyes have dulled.
MBCC has agreed no matter what, they will not detain you until you've recovered from your injuries. In the meantime, the investigation team will prepare explanatory materials for you to prove your stability. Your uncle at FAC is also making connections everywhere. I don't know who exactly gave this order, but it's okay. We all know you're a good kid.
His words are cut off as his work phone vibrates. After Dole picks it up, whispers a few words, he frowns and stands up.
I got work to do, so I'll get going. Eat something. Take care of yourself first.
Inspector.
What's up? Do you need something?
Does justice really exist?
Dole's eyes turn red. He roughly cuts the apple into the plate, sticks a toothpick in it, places it in Christina's hands. He turns around to leave the ward, but stops at the doorway, slamming his fist against the door frame.
Don't give up, Chris. You've always been advocating justice for others. Now when it's your turn to need it, we'll give it back to you.
He steps out of the ward. The door is immediately locked. Christina is now in a semi-house arrest state. She sits blankly in the ward, staring out the window. That looks nice. Why do they have the YouTuber lights up top of the bed? The sun sets, the night falls. She gets out of bed, pulls out a hidden roll of bandages, ties one around her waist, the other one to the head of the bed. She checks the length and checks the eaves and pipes outside the window where she can land. She then turns and walks into the bathroom, picks up the fruit knife left by Dole and wipes it with the with the stashed alcohol, makes a shallow cut behind her ear to remove the tracker. Then she comes out, she grabs the top of the infusion stand, breaks it to a convenient lid, tucks it into her waist. Before leaving, she notices the unsightly cut yellow apple on the plate. She picks up a piece to eat, but then puts it back down.
Does it exist?
Not really. I mean, it's the strong will decide the justice, you can just name it. There's a strength of connections, there's a strength of money, physical strength, there's also just, you can rewrite history as it pleases you. You can, and sometimes like the strength of numbers too. Like, let's say a rich politician does some corrupt shit and then he ends up getting like 50 to life or something. So why did he get that? Because he was not strong enough. The strong in that category were the numerous people that he used to govern, kind of like that. Like the French Revolution, that then the strength of numbers played a game there. In other situations, the strength of politics, connections and all that does the trick. So justice is variable; it just changes. What we have in society is an imitation of justice, or like not an imitation, an idea of what we think justice should be. I mean, you can guess from the idea of like justice in one country is different from justice from another country. The laws are different. So how do you even define that? He rubs the red eyes and rolls out. Half an hour later, alarms ring throughout the hospital, quickly spreading to half of East Side. Well, she is an A-class sinner, I suppose. The house of Christina and Mireia. That bed looks awful. A rough knock on the door wakes Mireia. She irritably sits up in a wheelchair, opens the door, and is met with a face she never expected to see.
Are you Christina's sister, Mireia? Your sister, as a sinner, has fallen below the safety and obedience thresholds and has been rated as A-class. Immediate detainment is necessary. Move aside. We need to conduct a thorough search.
Expressionless, Mireia steps aside and watches as they rummage through her things with a strange device. After a while, she follows them into the room and takes out a large stash of handwritten letters from Christina's drawer.
Don't bother. She and I aren't biological sisters and don't get along. She wouldn't come here. Here. These are a few of the idiots she's helped. If anyone is going to harbor her, it will be one of these people.
The sheriff takes the letters from her hand with a puzzled look, opens a few and starts to laugh mockingly. He nods at Mireia.
You've done well in exposing the dangerous sinner. You surely are an advocate for justice, citizen. Well done.
Upon hearing the words justice, the already gloomy girl furrows her brows, revealing a disgusted expression.
Go catch her already. Don't let that sinner escape. It's raining her most hated blue rain outside. She wouldn't dare to stay out there. Hurry up.
Yeah, she probably already is in the house, and she's just trying to distract them, get them out of the house. FSC's fifth public cemetery. Or maybe she is not in the house. Okay, I did not see this coming then. Mireia did give her up. Christina stands alone among the gravestones. The first place she thought of hiding, but there is no shelter from the rain. The blue rain soaks her completely, the mania reaction burning her body and consciousness. She vaguely hears voices, but she has no strength left to run. She turns her head and sees a figure approaching her, shouting something harsh, but Christina can no longer hear clearly. It isn't until the person rushed up and grabbed her hand that she recognizes the unmistakable figure of her sister in a wheelchair. Also, her sister did help her then. I felt like it because of the way that she was putting it.
What the hell are you doing here? Mireia? How did you...
Mireia quickly pulls a black raincoat over Christina's head, shielding her from the blue rain.
They've already found our home. That list won't stall them for long. I don't know if they're coming or if they've tracked me. What are you going to do next? How do you plan to escape from the hunt? Escape? No. There's more to this. I need to investigate. I need to find the truth. What happened?